The plants speak an ancient language, not one of words but of energy, vibrations that transcend the ordinary. In their roots lie stories older than time. In their leaves a memory of starlight, ceremony, and healing. These are not just plants, they are spiritual allies, whispers from nature that harmonize the soul. Today we explore three such sacred companions: a plant of resurrection and royal healing, a sacred smudge plant that lifts energies, a holy protector and harmonizer of the heart. These plants harmonize the spirit, soothe emotional energy, and open pathways to higher insight. Keep the channel growing. Please like and subscribe. Let's begin. First, aloe vera, the tomb plant of eternal life. You've likely seen aloe on a windowsill or inside a bottle of lotion, but aloe vera is far more than a soothing gel. This succulent holds divine symbolism that stretches deep into human history. Etched into the hieroglyphics of ancient Egypt, aloe was known as the plant of immortality. It adorned the tombs of pharaohs, its long, fleshy leaves painted across burial walls as a sacred offering. To the Egyptians, aloe wasn't just medicinal, it was mystical, a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. It was used during mummification rituals to protect the body and ease the soul's passage to the next world. In modern times, we recognize aloe's antibacterial, wound healing, and hydrating powers. Modern science tells us that aloe heals the skin, cools inflammation, and fights bacteria. But spiritually and energetically, it holds an energy of containment and restoration. It absorbs emotional heat, anger, worry, trauma, and transforms it into calm. In the home, aloe is a spiritual anchor, a plant that holds space for you to return to yourself. Aloe is considered a balancer of inner fire. When placed in the home, it's believed to absorb emotional heat, anger, stress, fear, and radiate calm. Some energy healers say aloe's thick gel traps disruptive energy patterns, anchoring peace in chaotic environments. So the next time you touch an aloe leaf, pause. You're holding something once considered sacred enough to rest beside kings. And as aloe cools the spirit, another plant clears the air entirely. We have sage, the sacred smoke of purification. In the hands of indigenous healers, sage was never just a plant, it was a portal. Bundles of white sage were burned to carry prayers, cleanse spaces, and reset the vibrational field. The mystic Edgar Cayce described sage as carrying the vibration of purification, not merely of air, but of the unseen energies that cling to our surroundings. Before science confirmed sage's antimicrobial properties, indigenous wisdom already knew. They understood that sage cleared not just bacteria, but emotional residues from conflict and grief. And what happens when that sacred smoke curls through the air of your home? The essential oils released during burning cause a temporary elevation in vibrational frequency. Think of it like increasing the wattage in a dim room. Lower energies, what some call bad vibes, can't linger in such light. Energetically, sage is both a cleanser and a guardian. It doesn't just remove the old, it creates space for peace to return. To burn sage with intention is to say, let this be sacred again. And while sage clears the atmosphere, one final plant brings the heart back into harmony. A true gem, Tulsi or holy basil, the queen of spiritual plants. In the spiritual gardens of India, Tulsi is more than a herb, it is a goddess in green form. Also known as holy basil, Tulsi is considered a living embodiment of Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess. More than a herb, it is a daily prayer, a sacred offering. Its presence blesses the home and its leaves are used in spiritual rituals. For thousands of years, Tulsi has been grown in clay pots near doorways and temples. The air around Tulsi is said to be purer, the heart more aligned, the spirit uplifted. Planting Tulsi is believed to bless the home. Grow Tulsi on a windowsill to create a sense of peace in your home. Spiritually, Tulsi harmonizes. Tulsi harmonizes the energy centers of the body, especially the heart and crown chakras. Its aroma is soft yet stirring. It gently awakens clarity, relieves emotional heaviness, and draws the soul inward to stillness. Spiritually, Tulsi opens the heart to divine flow while grounding the mind in peace. Tulsi vibrates at the frequency of devotion. It is also an adaptogen, helping the body adapt to physical and emotional stress. Science confirms that Tulsi is an adaptogen, a plant that helps the body adapt to stress. But in spiritual terms, Tulsi is a soul soother. It doesn't just calm the nervous system, it reconnects you to your own inner sanctuary. Tulsi tea isn't just calming, it's clarifying, like sitting in stillness after a long storm. Drinking Tulsi tea awakens spiritual clarity, as though the veil between you and the divine becomes thinner. Each of these plants corresponds to a unique aspect of soul harmony. and together they form what one reading beautifully described as a living mandala of consciousness, a sacred arrangement, an energetic circle where healing, clarity, and spiritual insight converge. Sage teaches purification, the release of what no longer serves our highest expression. Aloe vera offers restoration, cooling the inner fires and anchoring peace. Tulsi harmonizes devotion, connecting heart and spirit in sacred alignment. Planted or used with intention, these allies don't just uplift your space, they retune your spirit. In their presence, you remember, you are already whole, you are already light, you are already home.